Good afternoon. It's another good day to show some stuff. So today we're going to talk about these silver jet pellets. Most people know them as Beeman silver jet. And really, Beeman is, all they really did is repackage or rebrand pellets that were made in other places. Most of the Beeman pellets, I think, were made by H&N. These ones are a bit different. So I believe they started out with this company. This was before Beeman, and silver jet pellet made in Japan. What's kind of interesting to me is I don't really know of any Japanese air guns, currently. I think they existed long ago, but these pellets were always kind of fascinating. They were always a little more expensive than all the other pellets. This is kind of cool packaging. You can tell it's old. And the other funny thing about most pellets is you see all these mock-ups of these pictures. These are the only ones that really pretty much match exactly as they're drawn. Most pellets don't. They look like crap when you open them up. But yeah, let's show these. These, I believe, 1970-ish. And the inside of the box. They're nice, packed in foam. What's interesting is still how shiny they are. Most pellets over time, they get that chalky, or that they kind of look like cooked white lead, real oxidized. These, I'm not sure on the makeup as far as how much antimony or what the percentage of lead to other metals that were blended. And the way these are made is quite different too. I don't believe they were swaged like traditional pellets. I think it was like a swage, but on a roll type press. That's how they were able to get so much detail. And, these things, they don't shoot any better than what you can buy currently. But they still have, I don't know if I'd consider it a cult following, but some people swear by them. I think they're just interesting because it's kind of like an air gun thing of yesterday. They just don't make these anymore. I don't remember when they stopped making these. You can still buy them online, through various like eBay and whatnot. They're way overpriced. I don't recommend paying the prices you see them sell for. But when Beeman started selling these, maybe in the 80s, 90s, I think that's when these particular boxes... There was a couple different boxes with the logo. The Beeman logo is a little different on the older ones. These are, I think, the most recent before they went out of business or they sold out, whatever. So they came... I think they just only came in 3 calibers. I don't remember seeing a 25 caliber. And what I really like what Beeman did is they color-coded all their products. So the blue was 177, yellow was 20 cal, green 22 cal, and red 25 cal. And so Beeman, all they did was really take these and repackage them. Actually, I don't even know if they repackaged them. They probably just contracted this company to put them into this box when they shipped. And I think Beeman's wife was Japanese, so they probably had some kind of, under-the-door deal for that. But yeah, you see how and these pellets were always sold a little more of a premium when it comes to the rest of Beeman's pellets. So if back in the day, maybe $5 a tin for, something like this, and I'll show you the difference between these two. But these might have been like $5, and these were like 7 or 8. So these are always a little bit more expensive, even more than some of the match grade pellets. So, there's just... I don't know how true, some of this really claims to be, but good marketing. Oop, out of focus, sorry about that. So this is where they were sold out of. Santa Rosa, it was Huntington Beach. There was a few different addresses. San Rafael, there was San Arismo, I forget the other name, where they sold out of. And then it goes into all the detail. Really good marketing. So yeah, printed in Japan. So I guarantee all Beeman did was contract this company to put their name on the box instead of this brand. Was it Silver Star or Mount Star? That they made a couple other different pellets, and I don't think they're in business anymore. But let me open up one of the 22 caliber because you can see the detail on these. And I think that's what most people find interesting is most pellets, you know, when you see the drawing, it looks nothing like when you open the package. Like this is a nice drafted mock-up. But in reality, it's actually quite detailed. Yeah, for such an old pellet, I think it still holds up pretty well. Obviously, it can't compete with the latest and greatest, but it's still kind of a cool air gunning bit of history from yesteryear. So I have an old Beeman catalog. Let me show you the big mock-up drawing of the pellets they advertise. So this is their sales pitch. And then, so this is the Silver Sting, which these are made, anything you see by Beeman that says made in West Germany is made by H&N, which is still in business. They still make really good stuff. I actually prefer their stuff over any other company. But these are the Silver Sting. I call them Silver Jet kind of cheapies. But these work pretty well. These are like the standard pointed pellet. But when you compare them to the Silver Jet's got just a lot more going on. And they claim the extra rings on the Silver Jet allow it to seal better. And that very well might be true. But a little bit of marketing. I'm not sure if all the little fins on the pellets are necessary anymore. Or ever were. Because there's just more room for error and flaws. But it's incredibly detailed. That's what I really like that detail. And I still don't understand how these do not oxidize, where I guarantee these, if these were as old as these, I think these would probably have a little white, like that white crusty stuff on them. I don't know, it's a mixed bag. I've had pellets do that and I've had other ones that didn't oxidize, so honestly I really don't know. And then here's, you know, the drawing of, like, these are nice drafted pictures. And you can see, like, if you ever saw the ad, you're like, oh, those look fancy. And then when you buy a tin, you're like, wow, they're actually as fancy as they show. Whereas most pellets, like the hollow points, they don't look quite nice and uniform like this. And from my recollection, these were the only ones made in Japan. All the rest were made by H&N, and they were just rebranded to say Beeman. Beeman really didn't make anything. All they did was contract other companies to put their logo and their name and bring it to the States, basically. So yeah, these are just a little bit of air gunning history that a few people probably know a lot more about this than I do, but I just wanted to share that. Just can't get over how detailed and how much these survived. And I guess they're considered a collector item if you consider pellets collectible. I don't know. But I have all these calibers, so, you know, I've shot them. And they do group pretty well. No complaints. And I do like the packaging. I think that's really slick how they package. Most everything now is in tins. I think some of the match grade stuff I get has a tin and it's actually foam lined. But most everything else is just metal tin, maybe a little piece of foam on the top. You know, they get a little banged up in shipping. But these were much better packaged. I really feel that these are more of a premium than these. But, yeah. That's pretty much it. Anyone can add any further detail. I'd love to know more about these. Interesting history and what happened to this company, if anyone even knows. Silverjet Pellets.